My friends, here we have Timothy, the sun worshipper. Oh, he just loves sitting in the sun. That's my buddy. That's my buddy Timothy. Anyhow, he'll just sit there until the sun goes down. Okay, talk to you in a minute. Well, my lord, I see that you've come early today, interested in the ways of the Viking. You know, my lord, I do have a concern. My concern is not winning the war, winning the battle. I can do that for you. My concern is your safety. I am more concerned about your guard assassinating you, your food handlers poisoning you, I'm concerned about your advisors giving you foolish advice. I'm sworn to protect you. That's what I'm doing. The Varangian Guard has served you well. You have paid us well. But these are my concerns. My lord, there is great treachery around. We will protect you. We will protect you. And my lord, this is how we will protect you. Don't worry. Think of us. Well, my lord, loyalty cannot be bought. Loyalty can be given for a price, but it cannot be bought. Loyalty is one of the rarest commodities in the world. Loyalty has more to do with honor than price. That's what I've known about men. You're always going to find dishonorable men and honorable men. But what I know is loyalty comes from honor, not from price. They will stand with you when they want to. They will give you loyalty for a price, but it cannot be bought. My lord, it cannot be bought. But when you have loyalty, men will do this for you, my lord. Well, my lord, I believe it's wise when we train the men to keep them in their original units so that they become a band of brothers. They will stand together. They will feel comfortable in the midst of their fear if they're consoled by the fact that their buddies at arms are with them. very unwise to put troops together that do not know each other and have no faith in one another. So this is what I say. We train the men, we keep the men together. They will become a band of brothers, and we will succeed. And when they're trained to do this, the empire will be yours, my lord. Well, my lord, us Varangians have our ways. Allow me to introduce you to my mistress, the princess. If you can see her pretty little face and her flowing hair, I think you can see that. That's the princess, and this is her flowing hair. And the princess is the last thing our enemies will ever see, my lord. Us Vikings have our ways. Okay, now my friends, let's just take a couple of shots without any big dialogue and all that kind of stuff. Arrow slides on pretty easy. Slide my fingers back in place. Hold the tip on. Right on the gap. Come back to my anchor with a relaxed arm. And then I relax my fingers again and 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 again until it goes straight. You get the idea? I relax my fingers. Okay. Arrow between the fingers. Arrow through the bow. Look at the knot. Put it on. Slide the fingers back. Look at the target. Put the tip on. Same idea. Snap it on. Slide the fingers back. Look at the target. Take your shot. I was showing you how to relax your right arm. The right arm has to be as relaxed as a string under tension, just like that. Okay? The pressure goes from that elbow to the target. When it's on, it may still not be on. Relax the fingers. Relax those fingers. Without letting them creep, just relax them. You'll see the tip go, boop. Take your shot. Anyhow, when you do that, as you've probably already figured out, when you do that, you get that. You know, think what I'm telling you, boys. Think about it. Have fun. Well, my sons, there's more to being a Viking than swinging an axe. I've shown you some techniques on how to learn to concentrate, looking at the candle, these types of ideas. Something that I'm going to show you now is very important. I've often told you, you have to relax. You have to relax your right arm. 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 I think you've heard me say that. Well, it's no good to tell people stuff unless you can show them stuff. Now look, get your arm, just get your arm, and tense the muscle, tense it, and now let it relax. That's what you're trying to find. Get your arm, tense it. Now let it relax. That's relaxed. That's how you learn. That's how simple it is to learn these yogic techniques, these holy, masterful techniques. Okay? The warrior is a monk. He is a priest. He is all these things. He is a human being. The warrior isn't out to hurt people. He's out to protect the tribe. Now, tense up your arm. Relax it. Do it again. Tense it up. Relax it. Get used to that feeling. This is another thing I want you to learn. Pull on your fingers. Just pull on your fingers. And when you're pulling, now relax that forearm and feel the pressure on the back. Feel the pressure back here. Relax the forearm and let the pressure transfer to the back of the arm. Just do that. Do that a few times. Pull, relax the forearm, feel the pressure at the back. Get it right back there. Feel it. Feel how it hangs. That's what I want you to become aware of. No muscles in this part of the arm. Everything is hanging from the elbow, from back here. That's how you will learn it. Just tense up your arm and do that, as I've been telling you several times. Do it a few times. You don't have to do it for the rest of your life, because you will start to understand how to do it, and you will just start to do it. So that's one thing. This is another thing. Get your bow. Get your bow. Look, I want you to pull the bow out here. Keep your head up completely away from it. Completely away from it. Pull and feel the arm relax. You know how I've been telling you? You feel the relaxation in the back of the arm? That's what I want you to feel, okay? So get it back there and let it relax. When you learn to relax that arm, when you learn to transfer that pressure to the back of the arm and the elbow, when you learn that it's the pressure line is when it's all out there, that's where the bow is going to shoot. Now I got to get behind it. Okay, but that's the pressure line. It's got nothing to do with your head. Okay, so think about those things a little bit and have some fun. Talk to you in a minute. My Lord, when we are at war, it is best to be at peace within ourselves. I will teach the men the ways of meditation. So that they will be at peace within themselves. When we see dust on the horizon, that means our enemies are coming. When we have to cover the same piece of ground twice, we are losing even if we're winning. It's important to overwhelm the enemy with sufficient numbers that you don't have to do it twice. These are the kinds of things that I'm showing you and teaching you, my Lord. And when we do these kinds of things, and if the Northmen provide this, you will have your empire, my Lord. Think it over. Have fun. Well, my friends, it's all kinds of wisdom. I had a friend one time, Bob Gaddy was his name. Bob Gaddy. I remember we were about 16, 17 years old. It was his father, Al, who was a great guy, and brother Don and sister Dale and their mom. Great folks. And Bob was an extremely quiet guy. Could hardly get a word out of him. One day I said to Bob, Bob, you're awful quiet. And Bob said, well, you know, Gare, if you talk, people know how stupid you are. But if you don't talk, they don't know. Bob was a very wise young man, very intelligent. And I always thought that was a good piece of advice. If you don't know nothing, don't say nothing. How's that for a little Viking philosophy? Well, Bob was a good guy. Take care and have fun. Well, my friends, here we have a fallen oak leaf. I notice how it sits, reflects the light, and I can't help but think how it will dissolve and be absorbed into the earth and recycled into another plant. It reminded me of Odin when he said, men die and cattle die, kindred die, all things die. But in your good name, you can remain. There may be some wisdom in that. Be back in a minute. Bye now. Wolfman Jack is back. It's a beautiful world. Have fun, my friends. Come in from the night. Come into the light that chases the fright. I was rummaging around today and I found this watch. This watch was left to me by my grandfather, John Chin. And it says, presented by Anglo Newfoundland Development Company Limited to John Chin after 37 years service, 1951. Well, this is what you get after 37 years. My grandfather was a contractor in the lumber woods, and he worked in the lumber woods all his life for 37 years, except for his first job. I'll tell you about his first job and why John worked into the lumber woods for all those years. When he was 19, he got a job on a sailing ship, a schooner, two-masted sailing ship, big hold, the rudder, steering wheel, the cabin, beautiful looking ships. And he was hired to go up to the Labrador, they called it, cod fishing. And this schooner towed a big barge behind it. So grandfather said they sailed up there and they caught so many fish that the barge was covered in fish, that he saw a Frenchman who could gut fish faster than anybody else. The guy was just amazing. And a storm came up. She started to blow. These schooners had no engine. These were sailing ships. It was blowing so hard that the barge went up on a wave and went straight down into the water. And they had 16 fathoms of rope on this. And when it got down to the 16th fathom, it just kept going. The back of the ship started going down. The men got the axes and chopped off the rope. And the barge went down, and the ship came back up. It was blowing so hard, it broke the mast off. Broke the mast right off the ship. The captain, the skipper, let her float down or blow down behind the lee of an island. And he anchored her there. When the storm blew away, they went ashore in the dories. They cut down a spruce tree and made a new mast. My grandfather said he sat there for 2 days and sewed the sail. They got it all back together. And they sailed back to Newfoundland. And my grandfather said he never went to sea again. And that's how my grandfather got this gold watch and worked in the lumber woods for 37 years. That's what the ocean will teach you. It's the most powerful thing on earth. Anyhow, that's a little story about my grandfather. Have a good night. Sweet dreams.